Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Lungile. Welcome to the Blade podcast. It's been a while. The podcast is about film, TV, and the advertising industry from a South African perspective. This podcast is about industry news, tech trends, business realities, and the lessons I'm learning and navigating in the last 18 years in the game. So, if you are a creative, producer, director, editor, freelancer, or someone trying to break in, this podcast is for you. Okay, so today we are talking about how to survive the industry when it gets cold. Okay, so first things first, let's be honest. The industry is cold right now. Like, even big producers are not making money. There are the DTI issues, the strikes, producers fighting, Canal Plus, and multi-choice drama. Budgets are shrinking, and commissionings are slowing down. So the industry is feeling stagnant right now. Okay, the industry is feeling stagnant right now. And when the industry gets stagnant, freelancers feel it first. Then the small production companies, then the mid-level creatives, and suddenly you're asking yourself, "Is this sustainable?" That's usually what happens. If you don't know what the DTI strike is, basically, right now what's happening is the film and TV industry is in crisis because government incentives aren't working anymore. There's a program called the Film and Television Production Incentive. Basically, it's a rebate run by the DTI, Department of Trade and Industry. It's supposed to pay back producers a percentage of what they spend here, making SA attractive for big productions and local companies survive. But here's the problem. The team that approves the rebate applications hasn't met since the team that's supposed to approve applications hasn't approved any since 2023. So no new rebates have been processed. And companies that have already made films and TV shows are still waiting for billions that were produced, and sometimes for over 2 or 3 years. So, because money isn't coming back, local producers can't close financing on new projects, which means jobs disappear, production stop, and crews have nothing to work on. Um, this has mass protests under the banner Save SA Film Jobs with actors and producers and technicians and writers marching to government offices and parliament, demanding that the rebates be instated immediately and delayed payments to be cleared. The system is basically broken, and these rebates are blocking a lot of things. So that's just a little bit about the DTI rebate. If you don't know what it is, that's why there were strikes in the last few 2 weeks, and that's why most producers and filmmakers and people in this year are striking because they want money to flow so that jobs can start flowing. Okay. So yeah, those are the two major things happening in industry. So it's like the DTI rebate and the Canal Plus multi-choice drama. Canal Plus has obviously is a French company that acquired multi-choice, and it acquired multi-choice, DSTV, Showmax, and GoTV, and they've been having problems. They took over and they started to freeze payments for service providers, and they demanded like 20% discounts on all existing contracts, which hit productions and production houses and tech services and even small suppliers hard. They've been turning the wheel slowly, trying to fix things, trying to cut budgets here and there, and that has kind of slowed productions. I don't know if they're still commissioning. They're commissioning a lot of TV shows as before. So the industry, this is also a big um, impact on the industry because multi-choice serves a lot of us. So these are the main things that are making the industry slow. I have a lot of conversations with my friends that are freelancers and say, ish, maybe the Canon Plus thing is gonna kick in, maybe things are gonna work out, but we don't know. The wheels are just turning slowly. So anyway, this episode is not all about doom and gloom. We want to talk about things that you can do to make money and to survive when the industry is slow. Okay? So what I've learned in the industry is you know, you need to be a multi hyphen. I've been in the industry for 18 years and I realized you cannot be one thing anymore. You have to be a multi hyphen. When I talk to my friends, I'm like, oh, you need to be like Samizi. He's like a presenter, a radio host, an actor, an influencer, an entrepreneur, and a brand, you know? And all these things he's doing to like make money is giving him like longevity. And more importantly, like different revenue streams. So we also need to do the same thing. We need to have the same mentality. Uh, and you need layers. So for instance, I do different things also. I bartend, I shoot, I write, I edit, I creative direct, and I run Ironheart Films. Also want to start a farming business because when the industry is quiet, you still need money moving. You need to pay your bills. So another thing that you need to do is that when things start moving and you make a lot of money, you need to be very careful with the money that you make. You can't be buying big cars and big apartments and having too many debit orders and thinking you're going to be flying high forever. Because when the drought comes, the stress comes. So then you're going to start panicking, you're going to be desperate, and you're going to be in trouble. So you need to stretch your money. So first thing is first, you need to be a hyphen. You need to have multiple streams of income. And then when you do work and you get out of work, you need to make sure you save your money and stretch your money so that like you survive a long term. Okay. Because yeah, quiet and busy seasons are normal. So if you can, maybe if you bought a car, drive that car for like as long as you can before you buy a new one, so that you're not caught up or messed up by payments, because it happens a lot. We know too many stories of people in the creative industry that just die broke because they don't have multiple streams and they are not like being smart about things. Because yeah, it's very, very up and down. Something that I also learned, if you are running a production company, same as I am, you can't depend on one type of work. You need multiple streams. You need like multiple pipelines from film projects, TV projects, documentaries, ads, promos, branded content, digital content, corporate work. And long term, you need to even think bigger. You need to like hire out your gear, rent out your studio space, and build a post production wing, where you do audio and color grading, and maybe even launch your own platform or channel or TV channel. I've seen a lot of companies that I freelance for, they do a lot of these things. They don't just have one multiple streams where they just make TV shows or docus. They make multiple things. Um, so yeah, I think you need to start thinking that way and you need to diversify. I know when you're starting out, you don't have studios, you don't have cameras to rent out, but you need to think long term from day one. I think that's what I'm discovering in my 18 years in the making of this industry. Like the industry rewards adaptability and multiple streams of income. So, yeah. My final point is um, you need to have a big shift in your mind. You need to stop seeing yourself as a creative and start seeing yourself as a business. You are IP, you are infrastructure, you are brand, and you are a skill set. And you can have different multiple aspects to you. And when the industry gets cold, the ones that survive are the ones that adjust early. So you need to have multiple streams and multiple skills to survive. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with another creative who needs to hear this. This is the Blade Podcast, the podcast about film, TV, and the advertising industry. My name is Lungile, and I will see you guys in episode 2. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please drop a comment. Let me know what else you'd like to hear. Questions, share it with your friends. If you're listening to this podcast on iTunes, please give us a rating and give us a comment. If you're on Spotify, also please rate us and comment and share it with your friends. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.